Welcome to episode 2. I'm in my apartment back in Austin. It's getting real. I'm moving out and I've sold my couch. I still have it, but they're gonna pick it up soon. Big changes. My desks are gone. And this is the tower of stuff that I'm living out of for right now. I just got suitcases yesterday, 2 off Facebook Marketplace for a pretty good deal, so I'm happy with that. Things are moving, so I'm gonna show you what I've been doing. If you've been with me a while, maybe you've seen my Austin studio tour video, and this is my closet that I didn't let you see. You're getting to see it now, but it's different, so here we go. I am not using any of this right now. This is holding ground and storage for garage sale and stuff I'm gonna take back to my parents' place. Luckily they're in Austin, so it's a little easy for me to store some things with them. This side is garage sale. This is stuff that I'm either keeping or need to give to certain people. All over here is my art event stuff. So I've got prints that I'm keeping in the blue tote there, and the next one is event, like market tent kind of supplies. Yeah, more display crates and packaging materials for when I ship things out. For some reason, I thought, yeah, let's buy in bulk and save money. So now I have a ton of that. We've been living here, my sister and myself, we've been here for a year and a half now. And we've kind of been treating this apartment like a homestead. I mean, we buy in bulk, we collect compost, and we take it to a place locally. I bought all these art packaging materials in bulk, and we also have this giant Home Depot, I'll show you actually. Okay, in the kitchen. We've got like all these mason jars that we use. We've got spices and a whole cabinet of tea. We bought Thai tea mix in bulk. This is 1 of 2 containers. Buy bulk and save money, right? That's the Costco way. Here's our rice bucket. This 5-gallon bucket of rice that we're not gonna be able to get through. But you can see our bulk beans too, our lentils and all that. So the pantry, that's for, yeah, a lot of work to do. Let's go back to my closet. Up here, I have a stack of sketchbooks that I've had dating back to 4th grade, and I brought them home thinking I'd look through them, maybe do something with them, maybe scan them all, I don't know, but I'm just gonna send them right back to my parents and have them in my childhood closet again where I got them from. This is the keep pile right here. I've got some board games and snow boots and old sheet music from my orchestra and jazz band days. And then I just grabbed my scrapbook I want to show you, because this is a big part of what I've been doing lately. I've done more scrapbooking in the last couple weeks than I have in like the last whole year. So here's the book. I've had this since, well, it has stuff in it from way back when I was a kid, but I'm pretty sure I started making it like right at the beginning of college. But yeah, I've got all these cool patches on the front. I'll show you all of them. And I've got a state quarter from the Hawaii Volcano Park. Just wait, there's more on the back. So I should get a ruler. It's about 9 inches. I started scrapbooking in a ceramics class, and the teacher had us do all kinds of foundational art stuff that I thought was so boring. We had to do like color theory and how to shade and how to draw and all that stuff. And I've been sketching and doodling ever since I was a little kid, so it was like baby stuff for me. But one of the things we had to do before we were allowed to touch clay was this. This is my first scrapbook, junk journal. And oh man, it's just so crazy. This stuff in here, this is the kind of stuff, it was so weird because it was a ceramics class, but this is what we had to do. So these are just a few examples. Like I was saying, shading, color theory. We had certain prompts we had to fulfill. I think a lot of this is really ugly, but it's cute. It's fun to look back at. I can't remember for a lot of it if this was stuff that I wanted to do or if this was stuff that the teacher made us do, specifically the prompts. I thought this was really cool. The bird heads and the skull totem. But this, like, I don't know what's going on here. This is crazy. I can't imagine. Like, maybe I made this as a background. I don't know. The method here to prevent it from going like this as you add more. I remember doing this every third page, we'd have to cut out 3 pages so you can see in the spine the gaps. I didn't do that in this one. I thought it'd be funny to see how big it could grow. This is relevant to my move out because all these little trinkets and artifacts and things, if it's 2D, if it can fit flat, I'll put it in here and I don't have to think twice about, oh, this is cute and sentimental, but where am I gonna put it? What am I gonna do with it? If it fits in the scrapbook, it goes. This is from a fan that I bought on an orchestra trip to Disney World in middle school. So I've had this fan, it worked pretty great for like 10 years. It started to fall apart. I mean, it's just a little fan that I got in Epcot, but I dismantled it and I took the flat fabric part and taped it in here, and now I can always look back at it. The scrapbook is great if you are sentimental or if you're downsizing, you can't keep everything, especially with like framed pictures, framed postcards, that kind of thing. I've got a lot of postcards, small artworks, stuff that if you're an artist or you're crafty, you can just put your rudimentary works that maybe they're not the best, but you still like it and you had fun. You can keep it in here. I stole this. This is a sign. Park maps. I just ripped them up and added additional pages. This is a card from a friend of mine. I made a bunch of layers in here. This is a sign from a show I saw at the Mohawk. I stole this. They don't need the sign when the show's done, so I took it for my scrapbook. I have a tally scorecard in here from a charade game I played with my friends on New Year's Eve. Like, that's the perfect thing to keep in here. Here's another one. Cookie cutters. Like, I'm not gonna keep cookie cutters. I'm moving. How often do I make cookies? What I did with all my cookie cutter collection is I did an outline. I traced them like a stencil. So these are my cookie cutters. Yeah, so I've just been adding all kinds of stuff in here, and I think it's a bit of a lost art because we can just take a picture of stuff, but it's way more fun, I think, to be able to flip through this physical thing than to just scroll through your old photos. I love doing this. You don't have to think too hard about it because it's flat. Well, flat to a certain degree. It is pretty monstrous. But this is from, I have stuff in here from early 2010s. Yeah, one book will last you a long time. That's a lot of material in a little like a shoebox. That's the scrapbook. I wanted to talk more about where my stuff is going because I have the luxury of spending a couple months doing this. Some of the places that I've been using to donate my materials, Austin Creative Reuse. If you live in Austin and you don't know about this, I'm always talking about Austin Creative Reuse because it's such an amazing resource. It's like Goodwill, but for art supplies. So you can donate used art supplies or art-related things. It's not even strictly like painting and drawing materials, but they have computer parts and woodworking things and sewing. It's just everything. Austin Creative Reuse, it's so great. So I've donated a lot of stuff like my office supplies, things that basically anything that you can't sell at Goodwill but is still functional for some sort of creative project, you can donate it there. So like paper clips, I asked my sister the other day, do you have any paper clips left? And she said, no, they're at Austin Creative Reuse. And I was like, that's where mine are, because we keep getting rid of all of it and you have to make an appointment in advance. So we've gone through everything and figured what can we get rid of at the garage sale, what can we get rid of on Facebook Marketplace, and then what is no one gonna accept at Goodwill. So we've already made a bunch of carloads. And then another place that's really cool is the Austin Nature Science Center. That's the spot right by Zilker Park. It's really fun to just go visit and check out the animals there. They've got like porcupines and hawks and owls and all kinds of stuff that are rescued, rehabilitated animals. But anyway, they have this really cool curio shop trade post counter thing where you can donate materials like neat rocks, fossils, mostly rocks and fossils, but any kind of nature-y stuff of value, you can donate it there for points. You can spend those points on other little artifacts that they have for sale. And they have jewelry that are made with those iridescent beetle wings and other kinds of gemstone type things. So it's really cool. And it's all analog. They have these little cards where they write down your name, your membership card kind of thing. They log your points and they say, we keep this forever, so you can come back in 10 years and cash in your points. Just tell them your name. So maybe I'll come back and get something really cool. But yeah, we pulled our stuff together, my sister and me, and we got 1,000 points, which I thought was pretty great. Oh yeah, seashells. They have a lot of shells too. She gave them this big conch that was pretty impressive. So yeah, Austin Nature Science Center, cool spot. Throughout this downsizing process, the 5 things that have been the most difficult to get rid of, in order of least to most difficult so far. So number 5 of the hardest things is these fish shoes that everybody wants on Facebook Marketplace, but I can't seem to keep an appointment with somebody, and I'm selling them for a really good price. If you see these, you want them, and I've still got them, please, they're amazing. You'll get so many compliments. So come on, follow through. So that's been hard to get rid of in one way. In another way, my jewelry collection, I'm not getting rid of it. I thought I would pare it down, but pretty much everything that I wear, I'm keeping. And if I don't wear it, I'm giving it to my mom. That I just gave up. It's hard to let go of that. The third thing is my binoculars. I actually listed those for sale and people started asking for them, and I thought, they're so heavy, they're a lot to carry around, but I want them. I love bird watching, and I think I'll regret getting rid of them if I do. So that I wasn't tough enough. And then the top 2 things are my bass, which I played with, and it's just, I've come to terms with it. It's not my time to be investing in that right now. I played stand-up bass and electric bass in middle school through high school, and I haven't kept up with it, but I've kept the instruments, and I've decided, okay, I would much rather someone get to play with these and get use out of them rather than they collect dust and I just am thinking about it in the back of my head that, oh, I should get my basses out and play them. But it's okay. I've told myself this over and over again. It's okay. You don't have to do every type of art form that you've ever done all the time, right? So one day I'm sure I'll purchase another bass. Maybe one that's more lightweight and one that's better fitted to me. But for now, I'm letting it go. That one was tough. And then number 1 is the kittens, which, oh my gosh, it's so sad. But we rescued a couple cats that were strays. They were 2 little black cats. And a few months ago, my sister and I decided to rehome them while they're still 2 cute little kittens, adorable, adoptable little babies. We fostered them, but it was like we didn't seek them out. They just came into our lives and we were like, okay, we have cats now. They were mainly hers, and we both came, they were hers. I just enjoyed them. I didn't scoop any poop. But we both came to the decision that we want to be able to travel, and it's better if we do decide one day to rehome them. It's better to do it sooner than later because they're black cats and we wanted to make sure they got to a good home. it's really awful if you start researching about what can happen to black cats who are just in animal shelters or at the pound or wherever. They just get adopted and could end up like as bait in a dog fighting ring or something. So we needed to make sure they had good lives, especially if we're gonna go travel for a while. We didn't want to think about the logistics of last minute having to find someone or like long-term pet sitting. It was just too much. So that was really, really hard because they're so cute and they're like our cats, even though I guess we were fostering them. We were so smart to do that early because if we were having to handle that right now while we're moving, that's just so much to deal with, especially with the chaos. I'll show you the chaos of everything in our living room in boxes. Like this is not cat suitable environment. So yeah, I think we made the right choice, and you know, there's a million cats in the world. There's always more chances to have cats in your life. So all good there, even though it was really sad at the time. All right, so that's the status update on my crazy move out journey so that I can get myself to Hawaii and visit some family in different parts of the country and shake up my life. We will see how it goes. Wish me luck, and gotta keep moving forward.